surely dreaming, ayy. Just look at what Burns achieving, ayy. 20 pro skater, I'm gonna grind. Not one opportunity I will decline. I show up early like people time. Jokes and truth, I jot in the rhyme. Chicano house to Omatu now. To a song with y'all in his papa's house. 8182 San Diego. Become a legend in the valley like Danny Trejo. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. And we sing it like eh, 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 eh. So what you want? We sing it like eh, eh, eh. So what you want? We sing it like eh, eh, eh. So what you want? We sing it like eh, eh, eh. So what you want?
Yes, and a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending when and where you're listening to Valley Views. I am your host, Hector, and it's just a great pleasure to be here with y'all. It is Sunday, May 22nd. It's a little past 10 o'clock in the morning, and just blessed to be here. Alongside, we got DJ Blizzard with the Blizzard Radio Takeover that he just had his show. How you doing, Blizzard?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, just blessed. Blessed to be here. Good energies, good vibes with your show, and it's always good to see you in action.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, you too. Vice versa.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
it's just dope to be here in the same space, and I'm telling you, Sundays is just a vibe up here on KROJ, and we want to just thank everybody that came out to our San Fernando Outdoor Market event that we provided the entertainment. Big shout out to Hernando and the Nandos and everybody that showed up to the San Fernando Outdoor Market. We want to also give a big old shout out to our sponsors who gave us some prizes to give away for some of the family events that we had going on there. We're talking about Two True Soaps, Picositos, and then we also had Kettle Cook Popcorn, our sponsors yesterday, for giving us some gifts, and we're going to put up some videos later online so you can see the kids playing Limbo and a couple other fun games. Nice. We even tried to get the adults, but someone said, I don't know, man, I think it's those dad bots. I don't know if they could go and do the Limbo. Oh, God. But you know what? It is all good and all love. Yeah. And we have a great show today. We're going to go ahead and play some tunes and then bring our guests in here to the studio. They're already here in the conference room, so it's going to be great to have them here in just a bit. We also have a special announcement that we're going to be doing as well for a Canoga art show that's happening as well on June 16th. And then we have our featured guest from Bear and Belle's Bakery as well. We're talking about Tiffany-Jean Calapatia, but we're going to go ahead and introduce them in just a bit. So before we do all of that, once again, make sure that you follow us if you're so inclined to do so at Valley Views SFV. We're on all social media platforms, including TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram right now is where it's really happening, but we try to be everywhere as much as possible. And also we do have a YouTube channel, Valley Views SFV, where we put all of our interviews. We're trying to start doing that as well. We will archive them there and then continue just to do our thing. So we'll be right back in just a bit. Here's this one, Lila Cash Rules featuring Method Man, and we'll be right back. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Valley Views on Radio Ole 101.5 FM KROJ. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Valley Views SFV. For all of our past episodes, check out our SoundCloud podcast at soundcloud.com/Valley Views.
Yeah. Who's got the jazz? We got the jazz. Who's got the jazz? KROJ got the jazz. That's right, y'all. That was jazz right there, bugging out. Tribe Called Quest, y'all. So we're back right here. Once again, this is Hector, your host here of Valley Views on KROJ. And I want to give a big shout out to my co-host, Carlos. Carlos Sanchez is actually not in the house, in the studio today. And that's because he had grad night. And he texted me this morning, like around 5:30 in the morning, which is about the time when I was getting up myself. But anyway, and he's like, yo, I can't make it in. I just got home and I just got back from grad night. I was like, don't even trip.
Yeah.
You go get your rest,
Understandable.
So, Mr. President, co-host Carlos, he's probably Mimi's right now. He's sleeping away like a baby, I'm sure.
Snoring.
So Carlos, it's all good. I'll just tell you what, next week, I won't be in, and then you could take over, and I'll bust the sleeping part on a Sunday morning. No, not at all. But so glad that he's doing his thing as well as a senior. He's been one of our interns, co-hosts here since August of last year. So it's just been really great to kind of see his journey here with us and continue to strive. So with that said, though, I really want to introduce a couple of folks here. I want to first and foremost introduce Alex, who's one of the local community artists here, goes by El Indio Arts. And good morning, Alex. How are you, first of all?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, Alex, he reached out to me not too long ago, and really excited and pumped up about this particular community event that's happening on June 16th. There's some submissions for Call for Artists due very soon, I believe on the 25th of May. And first of all, tell us a little bit about your involvement with that particular show, and then also a little bit more about your artwork.
Yeah, I came across the Call for Artists on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook, and it's a local mom and pop shop. It's an antique shop in Canoga Park.
Nice.
And the flyer just said, it's a free pop-up art. It's Canoga Pop, and it's free art. What's the word?
Like an art show, community event, pretty much, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're looking for artists. I sent an email. I submitted my work, and instantaneously they just shot me back like, "Hey, we like your stuff. Like, can you let us know if you know any other artists?"
Nice.
And so I'm like, Hector's like, a little while ago we talked about it. It's like immediate, like just the other day, like I let him know. He's like, "No, come through to announce it."
Yeah.
So yeah, we're like really fastly, and we're quickly approaching the deadline. The deadline to apply is it's coming up. I believe it's Wednesday, the 25th, right?
Yeah.
May 25th?
Yeah, May 25th. And tell us a little bit about the application deadline for those artists that might be listening. And from what I've heard from, I also did a quick interview yesterday, actually, with the one of the organizers. Mm-hmm. And she was saying, they have definitely, it's open to anyone of any artistic kind of level and skills, any ages. So tell us just a little bit about how was the application process?
As I said, it was simply sending an email. I'm interested. This is what I got. A couple samples. Nice. And they're usually, as far as I know, she got back to me like the same a couple hours, not even an hour later. It was like immediately.
Oh, wow.
So they're really trying hard. And she explained to me that there's not a lot of submissions going through for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Last year went around, there were a lot of people. This year, not as many.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to get it out there. And the reason we're doing this, or I'm bringing it this way, is we're on this side of the valley. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm trying to get ourselves represented on that side of the valley.
Right.
And anyway, so
it's like the East Valley versus the West Valley. Right? We got to get our people out to the West Valley as well.
Right. I mean, there's a lot more involved, and I think later when we have more time to talk about it, we'll talk about that division. But I'm really trying to get our gente raza to come through and represent.
Absolutely.
And the way you do that is you just you send that email by the 25th of May, which is I think Wednesday, to a couple named Dean and Vita. They're at retrorelics.etc@gmail.com. And as I told you, or as I mentioned earlier, it's simply, I'm interested in the art. And the subject line put Canoga Pop, so they're aware. They have a lot of emails going through.
Excellent.
And then in the body put again, this is what I got, a couple samples, and I'm sure they're going to hit you up like right away whether or not.
Awesome.
It's going to be a go,
Yep. Like things happen real quick here in the radio sometimes for us, and so like when as soon as I heard about this and they reached out to us and our team, I was like, yep, like let's just do it. Yeah. I was like, this Sunday come through. Yesterday I did the interview, and things happen quick sometimes like that. And then tell us one more thing before I actually play a little bit of Vita's interview that I did yesterday that had some instructions and like hearing from one of the organizers. But tell us a little bit more about your art itself. We actually have some of your art here.
Yeah.
You gave us a couple pieces, actually another piece today. But tell us about some of your art style and what do you work with when it comes to your art?
It's a digital art, and then it gets printed. So they're prints, but they start with the computer, and they're essentially, it's basically history meets pop. and that's like in my mind it's Frida, Warhol, and Banksy like kind of wrapped it together. And
you can see them.
Yeah, right.
Really cool.
Out,
yeah. It's like,
where's that Jesus piece I brought, bro?
Yeah.
I wanted to put that on blast. Like,
hold on. It's over here. I only got two hands.
It's Sunday, bro. It's Sunday. You gotta represent.
Yeah.
That was a little harder though.
So we also got this Jesus piece that we just got in today.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna put it here on the camera, but tell us about this. So I'm holding it up right here. It's a Jesus piece, but it's a Jesus piece kind of like, in the cross, right? And then there's all these logos of corporations, which I guess I'll read some of them out, like everything from like Starbucks to Louis V to Mickey D's, JP Morgan Chase, Walt Disney, Amazon, etc. But tell us a little bit about like your interpretation of this as an artist. Obviously, everybody could like interpret it differently.
Right.
I was trying to decipher it myself early when.
Yeah, we were kicking it. He's like, "What are you trying to do?"
I was trying to break it down. Like I was trying to break it down, But I'll have some of you folks also check it out here. But yeah, tell us about this piece as we just kind of
I mean, it looks like what it is. It speaks for itself, and it's really just these larger corporations that exploit and that are essentially causing us to suffer. We might not see it that way, but essentially, there's a price being paid, and like we're paying it. That's all it is. That's he paid the ultimate price, right?
Hey, you're preaching right here.
That's Sunday, bro. It's Sunday.
You're definitely preaching here on a Sunday. So we're gonna go ahead and also so we did the interview, like I was saying, with one of the event organizers. That's really the one that's like spearheading this. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to that interview and then come back to wrap up. And then we got our featured guest right here all ready to go, and the whole fam is actually here. All right, so we'll go ahead and do some introductions in just a bit. But here's this a little bit more on Canoga Pop 2. So here it is, John, and we'll be right back.
My name is Vida, and I'm an owner of a little antique store in Canoga Park called Retro Relics, etc. Last year, as we were all coming out of the pandemic, as an artist myself, I realized how difficult it is for makers, artists, musicians who haven't been able to show any of their work through the duration of the pandemic. So I decided to help others out by putting together the first annual Canoga Pop, which was pretty amazing. 150 artists and musicians signed up, and it was a 4-hour evening event during the Canoga Park Art Walk. And it was on a Thursday night, and it went from 5 till 9 p.m. And people were so happy. All the artists were so happy with their results that they wanted me actually to do this monthly, which, of course, it's not feasible whatsoever because of the amount of work that is required. But I did promise that I will come back again this year. So we're putting together right now Canoga Pop 2, which will be on June 16th. It'll be from 5 till 10 p.m. or, when it gets dark. I'm not going to hold anybody to staying until 10 o'clock. And so far, we have about 120 artists and musicians who have signed up. And we can always use more. This event is open to absolutely everybody. It doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. I would love having children showing their work. In fact, some of our most successful artists were under age 10 last year. So I love to see everybody participate. It's open to everybody. So if you're interested in participating this year, all you have to do is send me an email at retrorelics@gmail.com with a few samples of your work and telling me about who you are and what you do, and I'll get right back to you. All the requirement is that it is family friendly. That's it. The deadline is this Wednesday, May 25th. By midnight. Please submit your work. Don't be afraid of rejection. If you're a first-time artist, if you're an experienced artist, it makes absolutely no difference. This will be an amazing opportunity for all because you can show your stuff, you can sell your stuff, and it's absolutely free. There are no fees. There is no commission. This is a community event that I put together with the help of many, many neighbors and friends to make this possible for all of you. And if you'd like to come and see the show, remember, June 16th, 5 till 10.
All right, so that's just a little bit there on the Canoga Pop 2. So again, if you're interested in that, again, the applications are due May 25th, which is a Wednesday. And anything else you want to leave us here, Alex, as far as the actual the show? Like, what are you looking forward to participating in this particular Canoga Pop 2?
I just putting it on display. That's just what it is. I think that there's a lack of, I didn't go to last year's and I wanted to, but this year I'm getting the opportunity to be there and I wanted to represent and just bring my stuff to show it off.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping like a lot more DASA like jumps on it, because I think future, so like you do this time and like not well or not,
right?
You're already linked for the next one and the next one, and if it keeps growing, like we have a representation there.
Yeah, and you're part of that growth. I'm like
hoping,
by participating. You're part of that too.
Yeah, I'm trying hard to really like rub elbows and like just be friendly with the owners. So like hopefully, hey, we already got you next next year.
Exactly.
But the other thing I wanted to say, or it was a shout out to Liz, the homegirl out in Texas.
Okay.
She's a good friend of mine, and I told her a shout out.
Oh, big shout out! There it is. Shout out to Liz in Texas. All right, cool. I believe all my exes live in Texas. But anyway, I hope my wife didn't hear that, but it's okay. But if she did, Esme, in case you heard that, don't worry. That's Texas, though. Okay, that's in the past.
Just joking.
It's all right, Esme. She's gonna text me a little bit like, "Oh, we're gonna talk."
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
It's all good. Actually, she listens to the show, so
I didn't hear nothing, dude.
Love you, babe. I'll see you in a little bit for lunch. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and thank you so much, then, Alex, for hanging out here with us. And a little bit, we'll have you back on to talk about it again. But again, that's Canoga Pop happening June 25th, everybody. And the submissions will be due May 25th. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and we have our featured guest here, y'all, and I'm so excited to bring in the owner of Bear and Belle's Bakery. We're talking about Tiffany, aka Tiffany-Jean Calapatia. Good morning.
Sunday.
Yes,
Good morning.
yes. And Tiffany, one of the things we do, the first things I love to do with our featured guests here is just check in with you. Like, how is right here, right now, your mind, body, and spirit as we're talking?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Feeling blessed. It's gorgeous outside, so that helps a lot. Not too hot. It's nice and crispy and cool. It's beautiful here in the San Fernando Valley.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. And I think, I'm kind of like sun powered. So like whenever it's like sunny out or like nice days, it just also goes with that mood. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about, tell us who you have here with you. Come on now. You introduce him, okay? Come on now.
Well, I've got my daughter with me.
Yay.
Audrey, she's the Bear in Bear and Belle's.
What's up, Audrey? I mean, that's great. You got to represent the brand. So here you are, Yay. I know Audrey's going to be a little shy, but it's dope to have her here in the studio as well, Yay.
And I got my better half with me as well, Dom.
Oh, that's right. Better half.
The way she puts it. Yeah,
that's great.
I like the way she said that.
Right. And we have it recorded now, so then you can go back and repeat.
You can listen to it whenever you need to.
It's on record. Yeah.
Whenever there's those arguments, be like, hold
remember?
Hold on.
Yeah.
And then just play it on repeat.
Get that soundbite.
She just gave me the future argument. Thank
Right.
I got one in the bag.
Right. Exactly.
Boyfriend.
Right.
Dom.
Now she's like, never mind. Not my better half. Just my boyfriend.
He's just half.
Yeah, he's just half, But it's definitely great to have you here, Trixie. I think we the very first time that I met you was over at Cafe Aficionado. So big shout out, of course, to Abby and Reggie out there.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Yes, and
and their two boys.
Yeah, the Cafe Aficionado family, really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love those guys.
I always, in fact, I was just there with my wife on Friday, and we had I always like to get the Sean burrito. But anyway,
Same.
Don't we all?
right? Exactly.
Soy
It's a local
riso,
favorite.
avocado, extra cheese.
Exactly. And but it was so when I met you there, it was really great to just to get to talk to you, get to know you a little bit about your brand and your products, and just just like a little bit of that, of course, there. But it's great to have you here so we could get a little bit more into that. But tell us a little bit about just your endeavor into dog treats, because that's you see a lot of folks do different things that, especially in the pandemic, there was folks really putting their stuff out there, right? And like really venturing off into the entrepreneur world, and I don't come across too many folks that venture into dog treats, which is great, I guess, in that sense. But tell us, like, why dog treats?
Well, actually, my daughter here, she is a vegetarian, and she's really big on being healthy. I mean, we're all really healthy. And I don't know, during the pandemic, I mean, I'm a fur baby mama of two. I've got 2 doggies, Momo and Lucy.
Oh, big shout out to Momo and Lucy. Hopefully they're listening to us right now. Okay, that meant shout out to y'all. I speak dog language too. That's right.
Oh, awesome.
We're dog lovers here.
We're dog lovers here.
DJ Doolittle.
There we go.
And so, I don't know, one day, Audrey and I were actually talking, and I wanted to get into like something new. I'm always cooking in the kitchen anyways. I was never really a big baker. And I was like, you know what, like looking at the back of some dog treats, you just notice a bunch of like nasties and ingredients you can't pronounce.
Right. Like, what is that?
So I started kind of like looking online at different dog treats and kind of just making it my own. And my daughter one day came home with a little bear cookie cutter.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, maybe you can use these, Mom. And that's where it started.
Nice.
Just baking dog treats
at
home.
Yeah.
And we want our dogs to live forever.
Right.
So
originally it was literally just for your dogs then, huh?
Yeah, it was just for my dogs. And then the pandemic happened, of course. Things kind of shut down. Started giving dog treats around our neighbors, like to our neighbor dogs and to like family members. And it kind of just blew up from there. People were saying, hey, this is really good. If you have like... an eye for this, why don't you make this little business? And that's where it flourished from there.
Nice. So it was literally like just saying, hey, here, have some dog treats. And then before you know it. And then tell us about the name itself. Audrey, we already have the nickname there, but just tell us in general, that concept of Bear and Belle's Bakery.
Well, my older daughter, Audrey, her nickname is Bear. And I have a little one at home. Hi, Zoe Belle.
Zoe, big
Mommy
shout out
loves
to
it.
you.
Yeah, Zoe. Her nickname is Belle. So that's where I got the name from.
Nice.
Named it after my 2 kids. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thought it was cute too.
Now, do the kids bake with you?
These 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bear's like, hell yeah.
When properly incentivized.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, I better see some of those returns too.
Yeah, they help out sometimes, but now that it's more of like a business, I'm trying to, I put all the time, especially the girls are in school, back at it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? I mean, I'm sure it's a lot to manage there too, right? Because having a business and being out there in the community and like putting your brand out, plus managing like just being a mom too, right? Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot going on there. How has that transition been for you? Just being able to do both, because you're doing it, but like, how is that?
It's a big change for sure. I mean, we're not on lockdown anymore, so it's not just a hobby. It's not a fun thing. I mean, it still is, most definitely. It's fun. So it doesn't really feel like work because I love it.
Yeah.
It's a great way for me to go out into the community. I love talking to people. I love being out there. It's a good juggle. It's just as long as I can manage everything, which I can. I've got a lot of help. I've got a lot of family. And the community itself helps a lot. Yeah. And I got these 2 with me.
Right? Yeah.
For the most part, and the little one, Zoe, I know you hear me.
Yeah, she's still
there.
Of you. She's still there, yeah. Good old Belle. And it seems like you really are, like you said, this isn't just like a hobby or just some, passion project. But really, you're really trying to take it pretty serious here, too.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see my treats not just being sold online, but in stores, like mom and pop shops for sure.
Hey,
that'd be cool.
Hey, it's possible. You put it out there, it's gonna happen.
It's even more possible now. Thank you guys for putting us on the show to help spread the word.
San Fernando Valley is we love dogs. We love our dogs. They're a part of the family. And it would be nice to just bring that message out there that not just us, we love to eat healthy. That's a big thing right now. Yeah. Why not our pets too?
Yeah.
It's trendy. It's trendy.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And you can eat my dog treats like yourself. They're human grade, yeah, so you can munch on them.
Yeah.
It's a great way for you to bond with your
Shaggy and
pets.
Scooby?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna be like my dog language is gonna like
Yeah, we're
jump a
gonna
notch.
hang
You know
out
what I
so
mean?
much.
Yeah, you know. I just have to figure out how to wag my tail. Like, that's the other thing. Oh, there it is. But so it sounds like and tell us like it sounds like one, you have that dedication and passion. You see a vision moving forward, and tell us a little bit about those like flavors and like some of the actual treats themselves. Like, what do you got as far as that, and like where do you get some of the inspiration or gravitational pull to do certain types of treats? You know.
Well, the bears, of course, are for Audrey.
Yeah.
Those are peanut butter based ones. They're kind of like a you're just your cracker. Great usage for treat training and like an introductory type of treat. And Belle is actually allergic to peanuts, so I created one for her that she can eat with the dogs, and that one is banana and pumpkin based.
Ooh, okay.
And then I made something with like the whole shebang, and that was mine. I love blueberries, so I made a bluebird bite one. That one has the blueberries, the bananas, the pumpkins.
Nice.
And
That sounds really good.
and the peanut butter, yeah. So it's like the whole thing, the whole caboodle. And then now I do things with the woofles, which is a big thing. I brought that out
What's
over
that?
at the cafe.
Those are my favorite.
They're waffles.
Oh,
they're doggy waffles. Yeah, they're doggy waffles.
Nice.
I bake those fresh all the time.
In fact, I think that's what I got last time. When
Yeah.
I think that's what Nala had. Yeah, that's right.
I bring that to the cafe all the time.
Did you try it though?
Yeah, she told me told me like it's human grade, and I mean, I'm telling you, y'all, it's like you could definitely have. It's like treats for you too.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Hey,
But my dog Nala was looking at me like, bro, what are you doing?
I know.
I was like, dude, that's mine.
Why
That's not for you.
Like, I never see you eat my stuff. Like, why are you eating it now? You know?
Like,
What's going
is
on
everything
here?
okay?
Yeah, she looked a little confused as she's like munching on hers, you know? And she's like, wait a minute, you're munching on the same thing? Wait a minute.
Like,
you know?
what?
Yeah.
It's a reverse psychology. You
Yeah.
gotta get back on the dog treats and
Right?
off of your steak. you
Yeah,
know?
I was like, whoa, okay, I guess, yeah, you want my steak now. I get it. But, and tell me a little bit about, like, so, the process without, getting into, like, the secret process or ingredients there. But, like, what is it that, like, as far as making it and, like, because they're also very organic. So it's like some of these things that they don't really last as long.
I don't use any since she's vegetarian, we try to eat healthy. I'm a pescatarian as
Okay.
well, so
All right.
I don't use any meats or whatever. But
Yeah.
I do use eggs or flax seeds if you guys don't want to use eggs.
But no preservatives for the most part.
Oh yeah, no preservatives. Everything has to be
yeah.
organic. I go to the store at least 4 times a week
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get
you have
fresh
to,
ingredients. Everything has to be super fresh, and but it's kind of like when you buy your kid a snack at a bakery. You don't want to give them stuff that you can keep in the shelves for like months at end, right? You want to give it to them right away,
Yeah.
and that's the concept that I'm trying to do with
That's
these dog
great.
treats.
Nice,
Cool.
nice. No, I like that. So we got dogs right here in the house.
Yeah,
In fact, Blazerk's dog
Well, I
has
got
been
treats
in.
at the car, so I'll
Yeah.
bring them in.
Nice.
Yeah, but Blazerk's, brought his doggy a couple times out, on Sunday,
Yeah.
He'll be like sleeping over there while he's mixing over here,
So cute.
So, and Nala's
Shout
been
out
here.
Kenobi.
Yeah, shout out to
Oh,
Kenobi.
hey, awesome.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Kenobi's show's coming on
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, we're gonna watch it together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
getting hyped.
he's ready. He's getting ready. Well, hey, now you guys can watch it together with the treats.
Exactly.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
bonding.
That's what I'm gonna save it for.
You know?
Bam.
Yeah, but and then tell me a little bit about like how has it been? So like when your neighbors were finally like, hey, I want some too, or like it was like kind of like starting to pick up in your family, kind of like also, and how was that for you? When did you decide like, you know what, I gotta move it to that next step, right? That next level of like, okay, I'm gonna kind of put myself out there. Like tell us and walk us a little bit through that process,
Oh, I really don't know. I don't remember when
Like you
these
just started,
pop-ups. Yeah, when these
Yeah.
pop-ups started getting really big. Neighbors, of course, families and friends. It was a lot of word of mouth, and hearing all that positivity from other people really like pushes you and motivates you.
Yeah.
Especially when you see your kids like really get into it, and they're just kind of like, "Mommy, I'm so proud of you." Oh yeah, that pushed me
Yeah,
most
of course.
definitely.
Yeah.
100%. And
the
I have
best.
I had a few family members that have done businesses before, so they're always throwing knowledge at me,
Oh, that's
left
great.
and right
That's
to
good.
help motivate me. And all that stuff. Yeah,
because it's hard to build like from the ground up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a
I'm
process.
still learning. It's an everyday thing.
Being an entrepreneur is it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know? And you definitely need a team and people behind you, pushing you to go forward and go through with it.
100%.
Yeah, no, that's great, and it's good that you have that too, right? Because a lot of folks too, like they might have started stuff during the pandemic, and now that things are opening up, some folks, they didn't know where it was gonna go, right? Some people are still doing it, and others are like not doing it anymore, because it's like. It's like it was maybe more of like just again like one of these passion projects, or they just tried it out. But it's good to see like folks like yourself that are like still doing it, still out there.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And tell us where are some of the places that you're gonna be at? Like any particular pop-ups or things of that sort coming up for you, where the community could come and like interact with you.
Where can the community come? Yes.
Well, Barclay's Coffee, located in Northridge.
Okay.
It's like right across Best Buy on Tampa and Nordhoff.
Yeah.
They're having their first event called
Right on.
Summerfest.
Okay.
That'll be on June 4th. We'll be there.
Nice.
That's going to be the next pop-up. And
Nice.
then Cafe Aficionado, who we always work with, you can find my treats in their store as well.
Yep.
They're always doing community pop-ups,
Yeah.
at least 2-3 times a month, and we'll be in a few of those too. But you can always check out my website or my Instagram or Facebook and find out the details there.
Nice. And then folks, if they want to order online and all that, they could do that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Website, Baron Bell's Bakery square.site.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my Instagram, also Baron Bell's Bakery. And same as the Facebook.
Nice.
Easy peasy.
There it is. And then what are some of like your customers' favorites? Like, do you have some that are like, just like, or is it like a mixed bag as far as like what folks like?
Oh, everyone loves the Bluebird Bites for sure, and the Woofles. The Woofles are always, but those have to be super fresh.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean that's why I only do them at pop-ups. It's really hard to ship those.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. When I do ship nationwide.
Okay. Oh.
So
nice.
yeah.
She said nationwide. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's on your side?
Oh yeah. All
Those
across the
doggies are gonna
US.
be
Sounds
on
good.
everyone's side once those treats come. That's awesome.
But yeah, those have to be. I bake everything made to order, and then I ship them. I've done a few dog parties as well. So I have cupcakes. They're like cupcakes.
Nice.
Yeah, everything's there.
Cupcakes, yeah.
The menu's getting extensive.
I could tell. Cupcakes, Y'all probably be having like puppuccinos in the morning every day.
Oh yeah,
as
we
you're,
do
like, baking.
puppuccinos too.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Puppuccinos. Yeah, my Nala loves puppuccinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenobi does too.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
See, puppuccinos. Alex is looking a little mesmerized.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like I have
Bro.
I
It's a
look after a dog,
cappuccino
but-
for dogs.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if that was a thing. Like
that
shoot
really
it. Like,
is
tell me
it.
where to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Nah.
But
They do it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember the piece.
Don't put us on there forever, okay?
But pretty much a puppuccino is just like
It's just whipped cream.
Yeah,
okay.
They just love looking at it. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's just great. I love that. Like Nala knows. I open up that refrigerator, bust that can. She knows what's up.
She's like, oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. I don't know if that's organic, but anyway, let's not talk about that. Preservatives right there. But yeah, and tell us a little bit more about just in general, like just moving forward, like just what's like your vision? Like where do you see yourself? In a couple years with Baron Bell's Bakery.
Well, my dream with
Yes,
this
put it out
with
there.
this
Put that dream out there. Yes.
I would love to have within the next 3 to 4 years my own little what is it called? I'm blanking out right now.
Like a shop,
Well,
or like a
It's
mobile
cute-
card, or
It's a cute little like a food truck,
It's
like a cart
it's-
that you can
yes.
An
take with you.
Airstream.
Yeah,
there you
like
go.
an Airstream.
I want to
Oh,
have an
okay.
Airstream.
So you want to have like a mobile shop is what you want to have.
So it's a lot. So I can go to dog beaches
Dog
and
parks.
dog parks.
Bake on the spot.
Wait, there's
That'd be
dog
cool.
beaches?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Have my
that.
own little, like-
Bake dog treats at the dog park. Imagine that.
I don't know if you've seen the
Yeah.
Sprinkles
Smelling
one
good?
over
Yeah.
at Americana at Brands,
Yeah.
but I want that. for my dog.
I see what you. I see that vision.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, think about that.
You can
Like,
do
I mean, if folks are coming to a dog park, you already know they got so much love for their dogs. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if the ice cream truck could pull up at a regular park,
Yeah.
why can't Bear and
why-
Bells pull up too?
Exactly.
Ooh,
No, that's
at a
smart.
dog
Yeah.
park. Ooh, okay, all right. So
That's the next move.
Well, let us know so we could definitely go visit. You know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Will do.
But that's awesome, and it sounds like you got like a lot of good stuff going on there. And like, what do you think for you has kept you going? Like, because again, like what we talked about, like having a business in general and like maintaining it, it's no joke, right? But like, what keeps you going?
My dogs, my family, my kid, my kids, myself, my
Yeah.
support, like everybody who's supported me. Like, why stop now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, the
Love that.
customers for sure, the customers that become my family, the people that I've met along the way. It's just all about that.
A
Yeah.
lot of positive reactions to what she's been doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason to stop at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
point. You know,
That's beautiful to see that, like to see like the way the community has accepted, like and like really like because it takes a lot, right? Because there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of brands, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? So for folks to actually like get to know you, meet you, and then like continue to like support, that's the beauty of it too,
I
And-
love doing it. It gives me a good sense of purpose.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
love being a mom. I love being
Yeah.
but this business.
yeah. It's a good product.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people doing, or if anyone doing that in the valley.
Right.
And I mean, for everyone to just be saying good things about it, it's
Yeah.
It shows you there's a demand
continually
Yeah,
being
right?
reinforced that you need to go
Yeah.
harder and
Right.
stronger
Yeah.
on it because it's just producing good results.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you see that, like you just feed off of that energy
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
right there.
So
yeah.
Airstream is coming soon.
Look out for that, to a freeway near you, eventually to a doggy park near you too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. That's just great to be able to like again, like just like see that transformation, I guess, and like being able to like continue to do that, and like it sounds like you already expanded a lot from like the online orders to just your flavors and like trying out new things. Now, do you have anything that you haven't tried yet as far as like a type of recipe or treats that you're like maybe like thinking about or in the works, or like what I mean, like kind of like expanding the menu, if you will? I don't know if you want to talk about that yet or if anything's in the works, but like like have you thought about like expanding your menu?
Well, yeah, I am for sure.
Yeah.
When I talk to local breweries, they use a lot of spent grain.
Okay.
So if I can get like organic spent grain with like a honey mix, organic honey, it's really good for dogs as well.
Okay.
I want to do something with that, just so that I can have fun and collaborate with other like local businesses.
Yeah.
And then, it's going to get really, really hot soon.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to branch out and do like paw bombs for their feet, so it doesn't burn because it's scorching hot here in LA.
Self-care for dogs, huh?
Just anything that that we can give to our dogs inside and out.
Yes.
Keep them healthy.
That's
so
beautiful.
I'm looking into that for sure.
Ooh, I love this. So there's like self-care for the doggy paws. I mean,
They deserve love.
like, you know what?
Thank
I
you.
want to like, I want to come back reincarnated and be in your house.
Yeah, that sounds good.
As a dog. That'd be awesome.
Would it be so bad?
Yeah.
You're gonna come back as a cat, like
Or that's like, yeah, Hector
Hey,
didn't
some
do
of
so
these
well.
cats, my neighbor cats eat the dog treats too.
Really?
You just gotta
Okay.
break
Oh,
them
wow.
up really,
Okay,
really
okay.
tiny.
Yeah, you got good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess if it's good enough for a dog and a human, I guess a cat can have it.
Yeah, I like it.
We don't want to
Hey, no
monopolize.
shade,
Yeah.
no shade on the cat people. We just happen
yeah.
to be dog lovers. That's all.
Yeah.
Somebody out there got the cat.
But we love cats
Yeah.
too. We
No,
love cats.
I love cats. Just,
Yeah,
shout out to all
Belle's
cats.
allergic to cats, so
Big shout out to all the cat lovers. But we're gonna go ahead and play. We have one more tune actually because we were hearing different ones here. We're gonna go ahead and play this one here from Mazego. Everybody, ooh!
Oh, yeah, I love
Let's
Mazego.
go. And then we'll be right back to close it out right here with Trixie from Bear and Belle's Bakery, y'all. So here's this one. Enjoy this one, and we'll be right back right here on 101.5 FM, y'all. KROJ.
Thank you for listening to Valley Views on Radio Olean 101.5 FM KROJ. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Valley Views SFB. For all of our past episodes, check out our SoundCloud podcast at soundcloud.com/valleyviews.
Yes, we are back, folks, once again. And again, we want to just thank all of our listeners for being here with us, rocking with us, all of our sponsors. We want to especially also thank our sponsors from the San Fernando Outdoor Market that we had yesterday. And we are talking about Picositos, who Picositos gave us some gifts to pass out when we were doing some of the games with the families out there. Also, Two True Soaps for their soaps that they also gave us as giveaways. And Kettle Cooked Popcorn. Kettle Cooked Popcorn. Big shout out to Sandy. Sandy and Juan, who are actually here in the studio with us last Thursday as well. But with that said, we're here and we just want to wrap it up. And first and foremost, just thank you for being here with us, sharing.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it was great to have the whole family here, and big shout out to Belle, who's listening as well. And
calling right now.
Yeah,
what up, Munch?
It's been really good just to hear and listen to a little bit of your story, Trixie, and just just like that. Like I could tell, like as I'm listening and hearing you and seeing you here talking, I could see you light up, glow up when you're talking about your brand, and more than that, just like the care that you have for how you go about creating these dog treats, and it's
baked with love all the time.
Like 100, I could feel that 100%. And tell us here, as we're wrapping it up here, just what are some final words of wisdom you want to leave our audience with?
So for those entrepreneurs, momtrepreneurs,
like that,
just don't stop. Don't stop once you start. Give it your all, and when things get really tough, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. So we're learning to grow a business is always going to be a learning experience.
Sure.
Take breaks if you need to.
Don't try to do it alone.
Oh yeah. And always take in that positivity that anywhere that you can get it, from your friends, from your family. Most importantly, have time for yourself, especially if it makes you feel good. If you're happy to do it, keep doing it.
Absolutely. Dom, do you want to jump in with any final words yourself?
Just piggybacking off of her great words of wisdoms. If get started if you haven't already.
There it is.
Once you start the project, you'll figure it out.
Yep.
Exactly.
Surround yourself with the right people and the right attitude, and things will more than likely work out in your favor, or at least open up something that you didn't expect.
Exactly.
There it is.
And you'll take it from there.
Yes. And what about Bear? Do you want to leave us with any final words of wisdom yourself? Let's get that mic a little closer to her. Yeah, just what are some words of wisdom you want to leave us with?
It's a bit cheesy, but always believe in yourself.
Ooh.
I mean,
yes.
This just started out as a dream that we had, and it's getting really, really big. And no matter how big or no matter how small, I mean, dreams come true, and
there it is.
Never stop believing.
Woo, love it.
100%.
Hey, there's nothing cheesy about that, No, that's it's great to hear that, especially from the youngsters. When they're thinking like that, they have that mindset. That's already telling me
future,
right? Exactly. I already feel good about the future.
It's a solid team over here. It's a solid team.
I love it. So once again, we've had Bear and Belle's Bakery owner here, Trixie, with us, and the whole fam. Really, we want to thank you guys. Thank our listening audience. We're gonna go ahead and do station identification and be back in just a bit, y'all.
Thank you for listening to Valley Views on Radio Ole 101.5 FM KROJ. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Valley Views SFV. For all of our past episodes, check out our SoundCloud podcast at soundcloud.com/Valley Views.